Okay, I don't know how this looks. Like, can't I change? You know what? I'm just gonna make it work. I'm gonna have to make it work. Okay. I have to stare at the camera. Okay. Hi, guys. No. Let me fix this first. Okay, so each and every person watching this video needs to fight the urge. You guys need to fight the urge. Just fight the urge to make a comment. Like, think about it. Don't say it out loud. It's fine. You know, Nani? Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Okay, so today we have a little something different. I think this is like my first sit down video. Because best believe, babe, me and my vlogs, yeah, that's all I've been doing. Yeah, Tula with my hair, like, don't even look at my head. Don't even ask what's going on under there. These glasses, honestly, if I take them off, I just look dumb. I don't know, maybe, I don't know, maybe, guys, it's fine. Alrighty, so, I thought I'd just come with a little sit down video today. Let's sit down, let's chat. Nah, we're just gonna basically reflect on the year. And I will give you guys, I actually wanted to be 11 lessons I learned in grade 11, but there's a lot more, and there might be like a bit, like there might be 2 or 3 under one, but let's just pretend it's 11, you know, because baby, 2022, babe, yo, 2022, yeah, a lot, yeah, but as much as there were bad stuff, there were also just like really good stuff. I can definitely say that this year I didn't have a middle. It's either I was great, like great, or I was like, you know. But you know, it's been a great year. Because it's different. I think this year I can definitely say that this year really truly built my character, and a lot of the lessons I learned this year are going to carry me. I genuinely feel like they're going to carry me for the next few years of my life, maybe the rest of my life even. But obviously I'm still very young and I still have a lot to learn. But I can definitely say that this year, yeah. But before I continue blabbing about nothing, or just keep repeating myself, let's just get into the video. So, the first lesson I learned this year: people treat you exactly how they feel about you. Don't make excuses for them. Don't try to look the other way. Don't have hope that it'll change. People treat you exactly how they feel about you. And I think this year I got very frustrated with a lot of people in my life, and very frustrated with myself as well. Simply because I know that I treat people exactly how I feel about them, you know? And I know that this is something that everyone does, and it just comes naturally. So I got frustrated with myself every time someone would treat me one way but say the complete opposite. I got frustrated in the sense of, why are you believing them, you know? But obviously, if you really care about someone, or if you hold them really dear to your heart, it's easy to be misled and deceived. So I think I got frustrated with myself a lot this year because of that. And people frustrated me a lot as well too, because I was like, why are you lying to me? Because you lying to me also kind of makes you suffer. And to me, it didn't make sense as to why someone would put themselves through so much in just the sense of being around me if you don't like me, you know? Why would you do that to yourself? Forget me, because you don't give 2 frogs about me, but like, why would you take yourself through the process of like being around someone you don't like by lying to them, saying that you do like them, or you do want them around, or you do enjoy their company and stuff, right? That was a big thing for me this year. People treat you exactly how they feel about you. Don't make excuses for them, because babe, come on. Knowing your worth is hard. Everyone says know your worth, you know, do what's best for you, and baby, please continue to do so. That is very good for you. That's very necessary. But no one speaks about the part where we acknowledge the fact that that's hard, you know? It's very necessary. It's worth it in the end, but it's hard, because knowing your worth has 3 points. There's point A, there's point B, but there's also the and in between point A and B. And everyone kind of like pushes you at point A, like, yes, know your worth, baby girl, you know, do your thing. And at point B, everyone congratulates you. Yes, you know your worth, you did that for yourself. We are proud of you. But no one is there, and no one speaks about the journey to get there, and that's super tough. That is one that is very lonely. That's also something that you cannot include other people in. It's something that you have to go through alone. Fighting the urge to go back to old habits that kind of make you undermine your worth. but also having this picture in your head, knowing that where I'm going, babe, I'm going to, you know, it's a really good place for me. But I think just acknowledging the fact that knowing your worth is very necessary and it's very good for you, but it's hard. I learned that a lot again this year. I've always been someone who kind of, I don't want to say knows her worth. I mean, yeah, that, but I can't settle, you know, and that is the only time I ever use the word can't for myself. I can't settle. I do not know how to settle. I refuse to learn how to settle. So I think this year, before this year, that was such a good thing about me, and I was this beast. But this year, there were so many times where it was like, yo, this is the right thing for me to do. This is what's best for me. But damn, it is tough. Because I could just do something easier. But something easier kind of makes me disrespect myself. And to all my queens and all my kings out there who are at a war with themselves, it's going to be worth it in the end. Just hang in there, do what's best for you. Take your time with it, don't rush it. At best believe, point B, where you're going, bliss. You cannot love people. You cannot try to make people love you more by you trying to love them more. I think that makes sense. If people don't love you, they don't love you. If people don't like you, they don't like you. And there is nothing that you can do about that if they have decided that they don't. That if they have decided the type of person you are and they have ran with that, there's nothing you can do about that. And you trying to say, no, I'm going to teach them how to love, baby. No, don't do that. Every human being can love. Please. Every human being can love. And if you're not getting that love, it just means it's not there. Don't try to teach them how to love you. Don't try to teach them how to treat you. No, babes, it comes naturally. Because, and if you want proof that it comes naturally, look at yourself. Look at how you treat someone you love, you know. It just comes naturally. It's not something that you have to think about, that you have to plan ahead for. No. So you trying to love people just a bit more to a point where it's actually kind of straining you and causing you some sort of pain and uncomfortability, it's not going to work, and it's not worth it. You're wasting your time. It kind of links up with the first one. People treat you exactly how they feel about you, babe. So it doesn't matter what you do. If it's not there, it's not there. And the last thing you need to be doing is trying to, no, abakfun, pumara, tswara. There are some people who will. There are some people who appreciate you, who will respect you, and you know, the ones who don't, move. Don't do that to yourself. Number 4, never, ever overcompensate. This year, I can definitely say that this year was my year of overcompensation. I did so many things for so many ungrateful people who did not deserve it. I stayed up late at night editing stuff. I stayed up late at night helping people. I stayed up late at night doing all these things for people. I made time for people who did not deserve even an inch or even a tad bit of my effort or of my time. I definitely feel like I overcompensated a lot this year, and I didn't really need to do that. I still didn't get the appreciation that I know I deserved. And I took that for me as a lesson from God. I think how I took it was God showed me the type of person I am by showing me how much I can do for people and how much I love doing for people. But then he also showed me that not everyone deserves it. So I think he revealed to me a lot more about myself, just in the sense of, you love helping people. I truly love helping people, and I love just doing stuff for people and helping people, being there for people. And then he also just like taught me, with babes, you can do that, but not for everyone. It's simply because not everyone deserves you like that. Because at the end of the day, if I don't get the appreciation and I was someone else who doesn't try to see the good and the lesson in everything, then I probably would have been super sad about it. Don't overcompensate. Do what you need to do. Go the extra mile if you really want to. But I think just just don't overcompensate, you know, just don't, you know. Small victories need to be celebrated. This year, I kind of put a lot of my small victories in the back burner simply because other people didn't see the beauty of them, and I allowed other people's views on my achievements to kind of dictate how I take my achievements. And don't do that to yourself either. You know the work you put in, you know the time you put in, you know the effort you put in. So any small victory, if anyone, it should be celebrated, mostly by you, regardless of how big or how small. Don't let other people tell you how to celebrate. Don't let other people tell you what is not a big deal. You know, because at the end of the day, all those people who are saying, it's not a big deal, they don't know what you went through. They don't know the sacrifices you made. They don't know the effort, the time, blood, sweat, and tears you put into whatever. So celebrate yourself. Yeah, this year there were multiple times where I could have celebrated myself, but I didn't, because I was always on to the next thing, or people were just like, oh, what's that? You are not asking for too much, my love. This year, I saw for real that, like, support, like the basics of any form of relationship, support, loyalty, care, sacrifice, just, you know, all these things that you usually do with either your significant other, your friends, your family. If you're asking for that, please, you're not asking for too much. You're asking for the bare minimum. So you're not asking for too much. If you're asking for support, firstly, you shouldn't even be asking. So maybe just try to reconsider. Leave. You're just asking all the wrong people. And that's all I'm going to say. Like, that's all I'm going to say on that. Like, if you're asking for basic stuff, you're asking the wrong people. Because you shouldn't even be asking, you know. And I think that's our problem. We kind of like... And the thing is, we also can't blame ourselves for this problem. We celebrate the bare minimum, or when we get the bare minimum, because it's like, oh my gosh, he bought me flowers. Oh my gosh, he said good night. And we celebrate it. And the thing is, it's so wrong that we're celebrating the bare minimum, because that's where people stop. That's where people stop. And obviously, this is speaking like a romantic sense, but if you celebrate a guy for buying you flowers, please, he's going to feel like, yes. You're supposed to be doing that anyway, babes. It's like, people are just so used to be treated horribly. People are used to be treated like nothing. People are used to be treated as if the bare minimum is all they deserve. So, obviously, if I get something that I'm not used to, I'm gonna, like, it's gonna be a big deal for me. And I think that's where our generation is kind of broken. You know, everyone just expects so little from each other. And if they get a little over little, it's just crazy. It's like, oh my gosh. And then that's where people stop. Like, and it's so lame to me. But anyways, hyper-independence is real, and it can be very unhealthy. Ask me. I have always grown up very independent from a very young age. And this year, more than any other year, I realized that I'm not just independent, I might be a bit hyper independent, to a point where I can't ask for help. And I don't like using the word can't, but I struggle to ask for help. And even when I do, I feel so guilty. And it isn't necessarily like an insecure thing where I'm like, I don't know, I've always just trusted myself. And it has been difficult to trust any other person with any other task, even if it's the simplest task ever. So I'm very independent, hyper independent. And it's a good thing. Independence is always a good thing. But it gets unhealthy and kind of becomes a bad thing once it's too much now, because then it's difficult for me to come back down and say, okay, I need help. Because sometimes I can't help myself. You know, your hyper-independence is real. And I did not know that that was a thing till I had a few situations and instances this year. We live and we learn. Take more pictures and take more videos. I've always said music, pictures and videos stop time. And that's the one thing that we can't all physically do. So if you can stop time in more ways than one, in your own little way, stop time without actually stopping time, why wouldn't you want to do that? Why wouldn't you want to? Because one thing about a picture or a video, you feel exactly what you felt in that picture. You can relive that moment. One thing about pictures as well is that you don't see growth and change unless you have something to compare it to. Like, it's just a simple example with hair growth. I look at pictures of my hair back in Jan and look at my hair now. And under normal circumstances, like right now, I would say, yo, my hair is like standing still. It's not growing. It's been the same length since. Then I look at a picture from Jan and I'm like, okay, there's been some progress here. So I think with pictures and videos, guys, capture all those moments. There's nothing more, there's no better feeling than looking at a picture of maybe one of your favorite days out of the year and being able to relive that moment. You know, just document your life. Other people get like really annoyed at me, like, why are you filming everything? You want to film everything? And just like, sometimes it's not even just to show off to other people. It's simply just me documenting my life. The good days, the bad days, the good, the pretty, the ugly, all of it. And it's not even for anyone else but just myself. Just for me to relive those moments and be able to look back and say, damn, growth, damn, progress. You know, I'd be able to pat myself on the back and say, damn, you've made it this far. Because back then in that picture, I thought I'd never make it. You know, take pictures, guys. Take videos. It's cute. Being human is okay. Before this year, I definitely think I was a robot. Definitely an academic robot. All I did was academics. This year, I went from 0 to 1,000 really quickly. I got busy with so many other projects outside of school, within school that are not academic related. And obviously with all of that, there came a lot of trials and tribulations with all of that, because everything comes with a con. I think for the most part this year showed me that, girl, you're human, in case you forgot. There were times where I'm like, I can get tired? That's crazy! You know? There were times where I'm like, am I disappointed? Am I sad right now? Like, I've always been such a work-orientated person. And I think this year kind of showed me, and I had to learn the hard way, unfortunately, because there are times where I actually got sick because I didn't know when to stop. And even when I did stop, I didn't know what to do with myself, because I'm like, I hear you guys speak about this rest thing, but like, what is that, you know? So I think this year I learned to kind of like pull back and remember, because okay, it's human, sometimes it's okay to take time off, because I need it, you know, I need to, you know. And then I kind of built this good relationship with my body as well, and rest as well, because I was like, girl, you want to do a lot, but I can do a lot if I'm good, if I'm rested, if, you know, I'm well taken care of, you know. So then I put all my time in taking care of myself, because I know that if Nini's good, baby, she's coming for it all. So yeah, being human is okay. In case you forgot, being human is okay. Sometimes it's okay to sit back and chill. Sometimes it's okay to feel the guilt, like where you're like, okay, I should be studying right now, but I'm tired, so I won't. You know, please study, guys. I'm not saying don't study. I'm just saying just know when to rest as well. It's like a wave. If you're gonna work like that, your rest should also be like that. You know, don't now take your rest all the way over there, because then you're not gonna get anything done. Have a balance. I learned balance this year. And this is number 10, I believe. God remains still. Now, this is obviously for, I'm Christian. I believe in God. But for whoever's watching and whoever you believe in, you can take that. You can take what I'm about to say however you want to take it, or, you know, regarding or relating to whoever you believe in. But I believe in God, and I truly believe that God stays still. One thing about God, he's here, he'd be here, and we are the ones that are like this. And this year I was, you know, there are times where I felt so connected to God, and then there are times where I'm like, damn, you know, like I feel so disconnected. And sometimes I feel like, damn, is he mad at me? Can he even forgive me? Then I remember that God is a very forgiving God, but then sometimes I'm like, nah, this time he won't. Not because I'm doing anything bad per se, but just because I feel like I'm playing with his feelings. But I think I've also just come to a point in my life where I'm like, God isn't mad at me. He may be a bit disappointed, but he isn't mad at me. Every time I go back, one thing about God is that God never turns me back. He never says, nah, you've been weird. Go back to where you came from. But the point is, I learned this year that God remains still, and I'm still in the process and on the journey of just reconnecting with God and just staying there with him. Because I always say, it's so bad that I get so consumed in all the things that the very same God that I'm disconnecting with and straying away from and saying I'm too busy for is the one who gave me all the things that are kind of pulling me away from him. I should be using these things to get closer to him. But I feel like I'm too busy to even pick up my Bible. I'm too busy to even pray, or too tired to pray. Yet I am tired from things that he blessed me with. So I am still in that process, and I think one of my resolutions for next year is just to remain there, to stop straying away and just remain by his side 24/7, regardless of the schedule, regardless of any circumstances. Just stay. Last one is rejection is redirection. Now the people that know me will know the one instance or one thing that happened this year that we all kind of got a shock of, at least relating to me. And at the time, I didn't understand, but I can definitely say that right now, I'm very grateful for how things turned out. And I haven't gotten much rejection in my life, honestly. Like, I haven't been rejected to too many things. But this year, I got quite a number of rejections. And rejections from things I really thought I needed. Not needed, but really thought I wanted. Things I really thought I deserved. Things I really thought I was passionate about. And I think all the rejections in the moment is just like, damn, that sucks. But I think as time went on, I realized that that's exactly how things needed to happen. And sometimes what I want doesn't align with what I need. I see it now. You know, there's stuff that I see that I was like, I really wanted that. And then I look at the place I am right now, I'm like, if I had that, I'd be struggling. I wanted it, but it's not what I needed. And things happened the way that they happened because I got what I needed. And the only reason I'm still above water right now is because I got exactly what I needed, even if it wasn't what I wanted. Rejection is redirection. Redirection to your path, your journey, what you are deserving of, what is also deserving of you. And that's just that. 2022 has definitely been a very monumental year for me, a very memorable year for me, and I don't think I'll ever forget this year. Like, ever. Like I said, the lessons I learned this year are definitely going to carry me throughout my matric year, definitely going to carry me in university, probably for the rest of my life. They're also just very practical lessons. And I know that if I stick to the stuff that I learned and I don't go back and make the same mistakes, make the same choices, not disrespect myself like that, then I'll be good. It's been a very crazy year, but like I said, I'm very grateful that I got to have this year, because I can definitely say that all the tears I cried this year watered seeds that not even I am ready for. Like, you know, when you feel like you're on the brink of something great? Yeah, that's definitely how I feel. Yeah, man. Those were my 11 lessons I learned in my 11th grade. And there's a lot more, but if I was to mention everything, I'd be here for hours. So thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Remember, God loves you, guys. You're doing great. Like, if you're trying and you're putting effort in something, you're doing amazing. And you're already a lot more ahead than most people. Simply, like, riding on the fact that you're trying, you know. And I'm proud of you. So enjoy December. Have a blast. Have a flipping blast, man, because this year's been tough and we deserve it. And then come back next year and gunyiwe. So like I said, I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.